I knew I wanted to work at a teaching hospital. That's really important to me. And I had worked previously in New York at a world-renowned hospital, but it was adults, and I felt like pediatrics was a better fit for me. I worked in the music industry before this, and before that also in film production. Those jobs were fun, and they were sort of cool, but this job is much more rewarding and more real. So to work in pediatrics, you have to consider the whole family, calming everyone down if they're stressed out, making sure everyone understands what's going on. It's what makes pediatrics a little more challenging, but more rewarding. It's not just one patient, it's the whole family. So I'm a nurse in the operating room, and there's two basic roles for that. I may be the circulator nurse on one day or scrub nurse the other, and they work in tandem with the rest of the operating room team, which includes surgeons and anesthesiologists. So there's a good variety with what I get to do every day. The thing that's the most gratifying about working in the OR is you have one patient at a time and 4 to 10 other people in the room that are working as a team for this one patient. So what drew me to the operating room, apart from other kind of nursing, is that ratio. And you can just focus on that patient and their care exclusively, and you know that there is a team that's all focused on the same thing. So I work with nurses that have been here for decades, and if you get to know them and find out their history, some of them worked in cardiac, and then they switched and went to neurosurgery, and other nurses used to work in general, like me, and then went on to plastics. So there's opportunity to move around within the OR, and it's definitely encouraged, because the more well-rounded you are, the better nurse you're gonna be. CHLA is a teaching hospital, so during cases, the surgeons take their time to explain to the residents or the fellows, everyone in the room. We have high school students, we have college students, medical students. It doesn't feel like a for-profit hospital where we're just trying to get through the cases. It has a different focus. You start the job, and the hospital pays you to come to work many days where you're not actually working. You're attending classes like eye care and eye transform, and they're training you, and it's not just you get hired and you're in the OR and do your job. They really invest a lot in you, and it pays off. When people find out that I work here, when my friends know I work at Children's Hospital, a lot of people think, oh, I could never do that. It must be so hard, it must be so sad. It's the most fun job I've ever had. Children are resilient, and you see them get healed, and you see them well. You don't only see them sick, you see them well. The best advice I could give someone who's considering going into a medical field or nursing is to don't doubt yourself. Nursing is a very fluid field, and you get a lot of support in nursing school and as a new grad. If you work at the right hospital like CHLA, you have opportunities to move around, and you get an incredible training here. You are taken care of, and they want to make sure that the patients get the best care and that the nurses get the best experience, and they take their time to ensure that happens.